What's up, Navigating Academia family? I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I just wanted to take a moment here out of the day to be able to say thank you guys so much. Just yesterday we hit the 9,000 subscriber mark. This has been a really crazy journey here over the last 3 years. I still remember at the end of the first year I made a video that was celebrating, I think, like 500 subscribers, and the sheer concept that 500 people would be interested in hearing about academic careers, how to be able to get into college, get into grad school, get a postdoc, get a junior faculty position, and basically navigate all the unique challenges of academia kind of throughout the lifespan of that career really blew my mind. And so now that we're, well over 10x that amount, that would be 5,000, so we're way over it, is a very humbling experience for me. Just know that the reason why I make this channel and I build all this content genuinely is for you. Several years ago, I got really lucky insofar as selling a company, and after that happened, I didn't know what to do, guys, for at least a period of maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years. I'm the kind of person who very much deeply enjoys either kind of switching on or switching off in terms of my brain, and that first year I really enjoyed having that switch turned off. It was really quite wonderful, and I hope to get back to that switch turned off phase at some point here. But after that, I realized as I was kind of plotting my next steps in life and the next things that I wanted to do, I thought to myself how unfortunate it would be if I were to exit academia and a lot of the trials and tribulations and things that I've figured out along the way basically would never be shared with anybody. And I happen to have this YouTube studio in my basement, so this is my office, not my basement. You guys know the basement, though, if you watch the channel, in terms of that red and black background. And I thought to myself, you know what, I should just come up with a bunch of random topics in academia, things that I wish that I had known when I was going through grad school and, the entire way through to be able to really begin doing this. So ever since then, we have over 300 videos now on the channel, which is like, I don't know how that happened. And especially last year into this year, making kind of viewer response videos has been a real passion of mine. And really what I wanted to do after getting back from Odessa earlier this year, and now especially as I was about to go to Mexico, I really wanted to develop some really outstanding content for you guys for the remainder of the year. So I went back down into the studio. You guys know that I've been doing a lot of stuff, either from the car or here in the office, because I've just been really insanely busy with Publication Academy. And if you guys haven't checked Publication Academy out yet, please go ahead and do so. This is the #1 online training platform for teaching you how to be able to publish in high-impact peer-reviewed journals, how to be able to get academic book contracts, how to be able to get grants, which is a huge part of academia if you end up wanting to do that as a career, and has every tip and trick that I've ever learned in my entire career recorded in high definition. And it also has other colleagues of mine from Harvard, from Oxford and Cambridge, from University of Pennsylvania, from all the leading universities in the United States and the UK. So be sure to check that out. You can also join our Patreon. Patreon is super new, so we're looking to be able to get more patrons there. If you do watch the channel, if you have in the past and you've gotten something out of it, please do consider supporting us. It's really very motivating for me to be able to get patrons, and makes me really want to, sit down and spend the very large amount of time that I spend on building this content for you guys. So I'd really appreciate that support. In terms of what we've got going on for the rest of the year now, to be able to give you kind of a heads up, I've got here, so if you see me not looking at you but looking up here, it's because I've got the list of kind of videos that I've built for you guys that'll be kind of releasing out on different dates, and this is not the exact order things are going to be tripping out, but I figure I'd give you guys a sneak peek if you've watched this far into the video. So essentially stuff that we've got going on is that one of the really popular kind of video series we've got is all kind of like the practice interviews. So we have practice postdoc interviews and practice grad school interviews, and so we have volume 3 of both of those coming out, so there'll be 3 of each of those, which is cool. And our awesome sauce intern, Emerson, has been helping me come up with the 4th editions of those as well. So we're prepping for those before interview season comes back around here in about half of a year. In addition to that, I have also started this series, which is all about how to write amazing CVs and amazing personal statements, CVs for master's degrees, for doctoral degrees of all different kinds, and also for faculty positions, postdocs, everything you can imagine. And so I've done 6 of those so far, and in terms of personal statements, I've done 3. Today I'm going to do the 4th. They're long. I mean, when I say that I review them, right? I'm very brutal and comprehensive in how I go through them. But just remember that the reason that I'm brutal in these things isn't to make anybody feel bad. It's because I really care. Like, I really care about you succeeding. I have a post that I made on one of the videos where I just reminded everybody who's watching the video, please just remember that because I'm so blunt in these things, does not mean that I don't believe in you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful or anything like this. What I'm trying to do with both of those series, the CV and the personal statement series, is to give you a sense that if I didn't know you and I got your materials and I read what you gave me, what is the perception going to be, okay? Even if it's something where it's the worst case scenario that you have a harsh reviewer like myself, right? Wouldn't you rather have the feedback from a harsh reviewer before you submit the stuff than somebody who's really lenient? Because showing things just to friends and family, showing things just to people at writing centers, which I don't recommend doing, and so forth, you know, it's just really like not enough. It's not enough to be able to get an objective stance on these things. And it's a limited series. I'm doing 6 of each, and then that's it. And then after that, obviously, I want to show you guys kind of if you were to book a session with me and for me to be able to go through things with you, essentially what would that look like? And how can we kind of, you know, really build your CV? And what you'll notice as I go through is that CVs have a lot of problems, no matter how kind of polished they are. And usually you're a little too close to the documents to be able to see those issues. So you'll get a sense of kind of when I rip these things apart, you'll get a sense of just how much help you can have if you do end up. It could be me, it could be anybody, to be honest with you, but to be able to hire somebody who's a third party to be able to take a look at your application materials is a good thing. Okay, so I've got those 2 new series. In addition to that, 2 of the videos that I'm mega excited about, I've dreamt of doing these videos for like multiple years because I always wanted them to exist, and they don't exist online in any form, is just like I have the practice interviews, is I wanted to do a full-on practice doctoral defense and a full-on practice master's thesis defense. Like I said, I've always wanted to do those, and they're long. You get an opportunity literally to give up to a 30-minute PowerPoint presentation to me, and then you also get grilled with tons of questions about master's theses and doctoral dissertations after you're done. Something like that just doesn't exist, and again, I've put a huge amount of work and a gigantic amount of time into building those things. So again, please consider supporting us on Patreon, guys. This is the way that that I get financially supported for all of this time that I'm putting into it. I don't want to sound like somebody who's like, hey, pay me, or anything like this. But if you do love the channel and you want to support us, that's the way you can do that. It costs a lot of money to be able to do all the editing and these sorts of things because I use a third-party editor. And we have paid interns and these sorts of things, so you can help me out a ton with that so I can keep making good content. And that way you can also get access to exclusive content of different kinds and make your own video requests for us in terms of what we can build next. So in any case, in addition to all that, I've also made some topic-specific videos of things that I thought you guys would like or responses to your questions, but all down in the studio that are professionally edited. I did one on how to beat your nerves before exams. I did one, how to speak to a target supervisor's graduate students. Should you? If you do, what should you ask, and so forth. I've got one about, how to apply for a double doctorate. So like I had gotten accepted into a 7-year double doctoral program. What was the effect and what is the ongoing effect of COVID-19 on the academic job market? Very good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we've got right now. And I uploaded a whole bunch of new stuff to Patreon that's only on Patreon now too. So that's kind of what we've got going on, guys. And a huge shout out to my editor, Luke, who's done a great job uploading thumbnails. And we're also going to be adding little Patreon cards, so like links on all of our videos, so that even if you watch the older videos where we didn't have Patreon, since we didn't have Patreon until only a few months ago, we've got those on there as well. Huge number of troll comments recently from people, especially ones watching the old videos with my beard. I find it hilarious that people don't realize that if you comment rudely on a video or if you give a downvote, that counts as engagement. You're helping the channel. I appreciate it, right? It's a good thing. It's funny because I think in my early 20s, troll comments in these things or whatever would have been like, people are trolling me, versus now it's honestly just funny. And I just like sharing the comments with Daria because that it makes us laugh quite a bit. So appreciate that. All right, guys, appreciate the time. Lots of love to you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you at 10,000. God bless you.